tie imperialism and
reporting live my
Choose disconnect.
Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give our honor and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakab Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, this lesson be edifying to you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians who are dispersed throughout the world, okay? You know, if your father's bloodline goes back to so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, don't matter what you look like, okay, you can look like Chinese, but if that bloodline goes back to that royal line of Israelites, then you are Israelite, okay? If this truth bears witness with you in all 100%, then you're Israelite, all right? So let's get into this. I found this on Apostle Hart's, not this actual video, but he touched up on it in the sense of this woman Michaels, Julian Michaels, okay? She said something about, you know, what she said, that slavery, you know what I'm saying, pretty much slavery wasn't that bad, and that you can't something to the realms of fact that you can't really say that the white people put the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians and you know, in such a bad position, okay, which they did. All right, we can get all into the talks about the good slave ship Jesus. We can get in talks about, you know, Christopher Columbus, you know, coming with ill intentions, okay? What the scripture says, his words were smooth as butters, but in his heart was war. Okay, that's why the scriptures say, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Okay, him coming with the blankets full of smallpox and diseases. Okay, not just going to war with the, you know what I'm saying, going to war with the older men, just want to kill the children. Okay, like there was no mercy. Okay, and we got scriptures that talk about, you know, since thou hast had a perpetual hatred against thy brother, man. All right. And you continuously, people don't talk about that. They talk about people talk about the hard bondage, but the things that you're doing now is fucking evil. The food is fake. Okay? You know, you bring us up on, you know, you bring us up on payments that, you know, this is not right. It's not right, bro. Child support, this shit is unbalanced. You play on Eve's mind, or, you know, the other tribe's mind, the woman. Okay, and make her go against her husband, man. That's all, man. That's all fucking slavery, man. That's slavery. We can't win with you. So let's get right into it real quick. And this right here, hey, this ain't nothing but the Lord is about to rouse Jake up, man. These are the building blocks of rousing Jake up. Okay.
Club in Atlanta. For Comedy Hype News, I'm Yahawah. Julian Michaels has definitely gotten herself in some controversy after downplaying slavery in America.
And this is fair use for edification purposes only, okay? Fair use. All right.
As a guest on CNN's Newsnight with Abby Phillip. During the debate, Michaels would argue that because slavery has been persistent throughout world history, not just American history, you could not tie imperialism, racism, and slavery to just white people.
Can we address some of those things that are in there? Because have you looked at some of the things that are being reviewed?
Yeah, slavery was a bad thing that was to talk about.
Okay, and you cannot tie imperialism and racism and slavery to just one race. When you
can't tie slavery.
Let's talk about the fact that
slavery in America was.
Do you realize that only less than 2% of white Americans own slaves? Do you realize that slavery is thousands of years old? Do you know who was the first race to try to end slavery?
I'm surprised that you're trying to litigate who was the beneficiary of slavery oppressing black people.
Every single thing is like, oh, no, this is all because white people bad. And that's just not the truth.
You brought up the question of whether or not slavery in the United States is about race. The answer is
no,
yes.
I did not
in the United States
don't
is
straw man my
about
argument.
race.
Now, of course, these comments would infuriate those online, as several figures would roast Michaels for her opinion, including D.L. Hughley. Hughley would take to social media, resharing a portion of Michaels' debate on CNN while adding a message of his own at the end. Now, for his caption, Hughley would go on to reiterate his comment saying, "America is the only nation that fights to hold onto its sins of the past. You'd be hard-pressed to find statues, monuments, and or military institutions named after Nazi generals or head of state in Germany. Miss me with the BS."
Well, I can only hope Julian Michaels is a better trainer than she is an explainer. She was talking about the fact that there were good people on both sides. There were people who were for slavery, people who fought against it. But you weren't one of them. She talked about marching in the civil rights. You didn't do that. She talked about fighting a war. You didn't do that.
Now, because of Michael's attempt to downplay slavery in America, Hughley wasn't the only person who fired back online. Many would go off on social media and even take aim at the fact that Michaels has an adopted Haitian child, and are now vilifying the former reality star for having far-right conservative viewpoints while raising a black child. One user would ask, "Who the heck gave you a Haitian child? You obviously hid how you really felt. Did you want the child to love or for other purposes?" Another social media user would agree and chime in. "Adopted a black child just for moments like this so she can say, 'I'm not racist, I have a black child,' while wanting to beg for us to erase all of our black history so folks like her can continue to play in our face." Another online user would say,
Okay, so, I didn't even know she adopted a Haitian, a so-called Haitian child, man, a Levite. So it's just bullshit all across the board, man. And this is the thing, man. We're gonna see how bad it is. Okay, when you guys go into captivity, all right. You can read Obadiah chapter 1. All right. He that leadeth in captivity shall go in captivity. He that killeth with the sword. Okay. Nobody has perfected the sword as much as he, because he was given that. That was his blessing. So he did it to the, he did it to the max. Okay? Women should really shut their mouth. All women should really shut their mouth when it comes to talking about, topics like that, man. Especially the white woman. Okay? Grab this real quick. And we know that this truth is getting into the ears of you fucking elites. All right, we know that it's getting up to the top. It's no different from when Apostle Paul and them, around that time, in Rome, shit was, raised hell. Okay, the Israelites, bringing out the truth. Okay, it's the same thing all over again. No new thing under the sun. This shit is causing you guys to lose sleep, and it's causing you guys to have headaches, man. So you want to erase the history, okay? You want to erase the history, but the Lord ain't gonna allow it. Okay, the shit is written in Jake's mind, man. You got fucking children that know about the history of you bastards. Okay, the corruption that you guys brought. All right, you try to change the narrative like you're the good guy, and no, you're the bad guy forever until the Lord do away with you. All right, this is Psalm chapter 137, verse 9. All right, let me go up one time real quick. Okay, Psalm chapter 137, verse 1. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept when we remember Zion. Okay, and that's what's going on now. Okay, we're weeping because we want to come back. It says, "Mark them that sigh and cry for the abominations." Okay, we remember in Zion. We're bringing back. We remember the days of old. Okay, we're rehearsing the righteous acts. It says, verse 2, we hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. Verse 3, for there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of those sing us one of the songs of Zion. Mocking. Just as this Julian Michael bitch doing. Mocking you. Okay, Jake? And this is why we tell you to wake up, Jake, because they want you to feel as if, you know, you're you know what I'm saying, your slavery, your family line, your tree line, what they went through with iron fetters around the neck, you know, being thrown off ships, not even being able to be loosened, not even loosening the chains when they throw us off the ships into the deep ocean waters. Okay? To give us a fighting chance. Because if 10 people could swim, if 10 people could swim and they all connected to chains and it's 3 other people that can't swim, then everybody go, I don't give a fuck how good of a swimmer you are. Everybody's going down. That's it. Because you're connected to chains. Alright? Verse 4. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. Verse 6. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy, okay? That's the Lord. Listen, the Lord is not going to forsake us, man. Okay? The Lord is not going to forsake his elect, and ultimately all of Israel in the kingdom. Verse 7, remember, O Lord Yahawah, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. Okay? So burn it down. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be, which is the Israelites, okay, that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Okay? And what did you serve us? Nothing but wickedness, a perpetual hatred. Okay? You slanderest thy mother's son. You laid stumbling blocks before us. Verse 9, happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Okay? And you did that too. So let's see how bad slavery is, okay? When your ass gotta be when your ass gotta see the little ones being dashed up and killed, okay? Your little ones, your family. Alright? It's always not bad until you get into it. Of course it's not bad when you win it. There you go, that's the title right there. Of course it's not bad when you win it. Alright? Slide you real quick. Verse 9. Verse 10. Nope. Slide you. Okay, so that wasn't on that. Okay, so it got calm. Alright? But read again. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Okay? And that's hardcore bond. Slavery is coming to you fucking Edomites and you other nations for a period of time. For you other nations. But for you Edomites, you're gonna serve that 1,000-year punishment and it's gonna feel like forever. Okay? It's gonna feel like forever. You know? Right here, overview, AI overview. The gator bait claim refers to a racist trope about black children being used to lure and catch alligators in the American South. While this is a common theme in racist folklore and imagery from the Jim Crow era, historians debate whether the practice was ever widespread or based on documented fact. Racist folklore. Right here, alligator bait, also known as gator bait, is the practice of using little black children as bait to catch alligators, done during slaves' times in Florida and Louisiana. in other parts of the American South. Okay? And that's what you bastards did, man. Okay? When we were under the Egyptians, okay? When we were under the Egyptians, you know, at least a motherfucker used to, ain't had to walk in chains and well, probably walked in chains, but it definitely wasn't as bad as that one. No slavery has been bad than what our own brother Esau has done to us. Okay? No other slavery. Alright? Has been to that extent, Salakia. Has been to that extent. He's that leader. And there's plenty of other scriptures you can go to. Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. So it's your turn now. Okay, it's not time for crying. It's not time for bickering about, oh, it wasn't that bad. No, listen. It's gonna be bad, man. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So we have to do these things, man. These are commands. Okay, these are commands from the. We couldn't be nice to y'all if we wanted to in the kingdom. Okay, and before the kingdom, because the Lord is gonna turn fishers to hunters. Okay, so the Lord gonna put that spirit. He's gonna rouse that spirit back up in us, that warlike spirit. Okay, that soldier spirit. And we're gonna go slaying through you motherfuckers. And we're gonna remember everything you fucking did to us with the perfection. He that killeth with a sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. So why would we be patient for that? Okay, because you owe us that. You owe us that. And that was straight wickedness, man. Okay, you owe us that. Hold on 1 second. Isaiah 33 verse 1. Woe to you, O destroyer, never destroy. O traitor, never be betrayed. When you have finished destroying, ye Edom, Lord said I created the waste and the destroyer, you will be destroyed. When you have finished betraying, you will be betrayed. Okay? I have a couple more scriptures. I'm going to close this down. Isaiah chapter 14 verse 2. The nations will escort Israel and bring it to his homeland. Okay? Which we don't really like that one. The Lord Yahawashi is going to bring us to our homeland. Okay? And the water Yahawashi for that. Then the house of Israel will possess the nations as men servants and maid servants, okay? And that's talking about slavery, alright? I don't give a fuck how nice and neat you try to make this, I know that's not the KJV translation. Okay, you try to make it sound in another translation. This is talking about slavery. As men servants and maid servants in the Lord Yahawah's land. They will make captives. They will make captives of their captors and rule over their oppressors, okay? This is Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 29. Summon the archers against Babylon. Beautiful. All who string the bow and camp all around her. Let no one escape. Repay her according to her deeds, right? Do to her as she has done, for she has defiled the Lord Yahawah, the Holy One of Israel, okay? Beautiful, man. Alright, and there's plenty of other scriptures, man. So, Julian Michaels, keep that same energy. Alright? Keep that same energy. It's always It's not bad until you're going through it. Okay. Right, and I think I might leave that on my title. It's not bad until you're going through it, Julian. All right. So with that, Lord willing is edifying to so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. All right, I'm gonna give all honor and glory to Yahawah, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Rekak Kodash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the whole elect. All right. Shalom.